Good afternoon. It's Jo Gauda here, a hypnotherapist and a trainer of hypnotherapy. And today we are going to talk with Gosia, wellness and health coach, about law of success, studying the laws of success. So I'm just waiting for Gosia to join. Give me a moment. It might take up to 2 minutes. And I hope some people will join us. If you're interested in the laws of universe, how the universe works, what additional laws we have apart from the law of attraction, we will be happy to share our knowledge, because both of us, me and Gosia, we are very passionate about this subject. Let me just check if she is joining now. A few moments. Where is she? With this invitation. Okay. Last time I did like a joint live, it was a moment. So I'm just waiting for Gosia to join. I see we have two people watching. So guys, today's live is about the laws of universe, law of success. And today's live is in English for a change, not in Polish as usual. Yeah, let me see if Gosia is going to join. Takes a moment. I don't know how long it would take for her to join. Let me check if she's got the invitation. Okay. Guys, are you interested in the laws of universe? I'm sure you've heard about the laws of attraction. Andrew, hello. Fine in English. Good to see you. How are you doing? Guys, let me just check. It's how long for Facebook is to catch up for this. She's saying she didn't get any invitation. Brilliant. No, the invitation has been sent for sure. She's got the invitation. Maybe I have to tell her just to start watching. Just bear with me, guys. Okay. Hi, Andrew. How was your Friday afternoon? Have you been to work today? You're my biggest fan ever. I do appreciate that. Thank you for all the nice comments and support and love from your side. 100%. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh my God! Waiting for Gosia. I think Gosia will have to. She will have to join as a viewer, and then I will try her to be on live. So yeah. Have you been to work, Andrew? Are you going to work? Are you on a furlough? Has your furlough finished? Let me see how successful we are going to be with this live today. So hopefully, hi Goshu. Okay, Gosia. Bring Gosia to the room, hopefully. Add, okay. Not until May, Andrew. Okay, not until May. Hi, Gosia. I think for the future, Haya, what we have to do, you just have to join live, like you'll be watching live, and then I just simply add you to the conversation. Yeah. So, hello again, Gosia. If you can say hello to everybody and say who you are.
Hi everyone, so my name is Gosha, I'm health and wellness coach, and today we're going to talk about the law of success, which is again like one of the favorite from the Working with the Law book.
Yes, and I would introduce myself to this who just joined. My name is Jo Gauda. I'm a hypnotherapist and hypnotherapy trainer, and we share with Gosha common passion for the laws of universe and study material about the laws of universe and health as well, and health and wellness. So Gosha, I'm not sure I can see the. Can you be a little bit farther? Because I just see like just a bit your head like this. Okay, all right, okay, that's good. So Goshu, today the subject of today's life is about the law of success. And what we want to say how we apply it. Well, basically to discuss the law, how it what is about the law, how we implement the law, and if we can share some tips with you. And if you have any questions, we'll be very happy to answer regarding of application or implementation of this law. So, Gosha, would you start by maybe saying what is the law? Would you like to read something?
Yes, so I'm just going to start with like reading the definition of the success, because as everyone would have a different definition, right? So I'm just going to refer to the book, how he describes, and we just take it from there. So the faculties possessed by all great and successful man are the same human faculties you possess. They gain some understanding of the right kind, and they apply the faculties to the best way they knew for advancement and so and success. Some will ask, but what does true success consist? Almost every other person will hold a different view as to what constitutes real success. To avoid confusion of ideas, let us define our meaning of the term. Most people consider success as being a high state of worldly prosperity, others as the realization of personal hopes, or fulfillment of heart desires, still others as the achievement of their ambitions or the performance of great deeds. Real success, however, is something more than this. We do not define in terms of money, position, fame, or wealth, although it may include all of those. True, genuine success of the largest kind lies in the results obtained, harvest reaped and distributed, so that our fellow beings at large are benefited and the world enriched. Yet for the purpose of our lesson, the term success will be interpreted in a more individual sense as meaning personal advancement and increase, and the favorable termination of anything attempted. So that's the definition of the success.
That's a long-winded definition of success. So how do you understand, Gosha, this definition? I'll tell you how I understand. Maybe we can sort of discuss how we understand this definition.
Yes, it is quite a long one. I think he just refers here that success is not the wealth, the money, is just what actually is true to our heart. And that can only be achieved through studying, personal growth, like development and enrichment, like our soul when we're truly happy. So that's where the success would lie. For me, success, yes, is all of those, but mainly is for me to be aligned with my purpose. So if every day I help someone that is aligned with my purpose, for me that is success, and that's what like keep me going and strive me, and that's what I do in health and wellness. But yeah, we shouldn't measure our success in the wealth we obtain, but actually the everyday joy from taking from what we do. So that's for me, I would say, the success.
Exactly, being aligned to your life purpose with your heart, and living every day with the heart, and starting this with the joy. Oh gosh, our camera is a little bit off. So I wanted to welcome everybody who is watching us. Hi, Abits. Thank you for saying hi, and of course Andrew and everybody. Guys, just say hello to us. We're starting this lives with Gosia because we want to share what we know. We want to give you a little bit of education and sharing this information. But if something resonates with you, what we discuss, and I mean laws of universe, if you're curious about something, just let us know. So for me, the success means fulfilling the heart's desire. That's the best what I can say, and being aligned to your purpose. Hi, James. Good to see you here. So that's the success for me. And also working with the clients, I've noticed that everybody has got different definition of the success. To be honest with you, because if you ask one person, success is having a happy family. For someone else, it's just climbing the ladder of the corporate world. For someone else, just traveling the world and living in a different countries, and they're completely opposite definitions. So it's maybe it's good actually to know what for us success is, and discovering this is very important. What do you think, Gosha?
Oh yes, it's definitely, and quite often we quite kind of not sure what success means to us unless we got a goal and that goal is aligned with our purpose. And that's what you said, that true desire, the heart that is just aligned with what we truly love to do day by day. And yeah, every person would describe in different wording, because everyone would have a different heart desire. Okay, but quite often people may not relate to that being the success, because in this world we're kind of lost in all this wealth and money, where it's just that it kind of dictates if we're successful, but results are never defined who we are. It's just if we're truly happy what we do, that is the success. And that is through the fulfillment, like he says here, fulfillment and study and advancement, like advancement yourself, but also advancing others we come across.
Exactly. Exactly. And Gosha, maybe we could help you, people watching this. And Andrea, I appreciate, you tried to say dzień dobry. Really. How would you, Andrea, you have to Google it. It's like it would sound this way, but it's sort of Polish dzień dobry, which is good morning. We don't have good afternoon. We have good afternoon, but we don't use it that much. Okay, so with the laws of success, and so I think that for many of us, we don't not apologize. Do not apologize, Andrew. Appreciate your effort. The success to define what the success is for us is sometimes shedding the layers of what was put on us, that what success should be. Because sometimes I work with people and they, and they say, I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing this sort of automatically. I don't feel like doing this anymore, but this job gives me money and gives me security, but I don't want to be doing this anymore. But I don't know what to do. I don't know what is my heart calling. I don't know what is my purpose, because I'm stable and secure and I see the path in front of me, but it's not fulfilling. So sometimes to know what success is, you need to undo this layering of what success should be for you, and just to connect to something deep within you to find out what it is for you. And how we can, and what would be the process of alignment with the success within. Gosha, what do you think? What would be the few tips we could give to people watching us today?
I think my internet connection.
Oh, okay, Gosha, can you hear me again?
Oh. Yes, started yes. Now. Yeah, I think it was just breaking.
Yeah, so I repeat the question. What would be the few tips we could give to whoever is watching us today, how to connect to how to find the definition of our own success, and how to connect to this success with us, what makes us truly happy? Because many people, they just don't know. They live automatically, by default, programmed from the past. And they live in these jobs, and they're in these relationships, but this is very robotic. There's no heart in it. So how we could help?
Okay. I think the question what helped me, it was simple but quite difficult, and quite often we don't even ask ourselves, like, what do you really want?
Exactly. What do you really want? What do you really, really, really want?
What do you really want? And then everyone's got that desire deep down. Quite often we may not even bring it to the surface, but everyone, it has it, whether you agree or not. There is that deep heart desire, because that's spiritual thing, and we all spiritual beings. So it's definitely deep down. But however, a lot of people, they may not admit to themselves, and they suppress it down, like even kind of fool themselves, saying, "Oh, I'm good. Like I don't know what I want." But truly, if you really take time and connect it, and I love this saying, like, go and hang out with your heart.
How would
Like,
you do? How would you do that? Because how would you do that? How would you hang out with your heart?
So you have to find the time just for yourself. So whatever that is for you, like having a bath and meditate, listen to music, read. You can read it and then kind of reflect it on it, and that, that good vibration, something will trigger that. So you have to find what actually is the way for you to hang out with your heart. For me, it's having a bath with candles and oils, and listen to calming music. That's, for me, is just where I get inspiration. That's where I, like, the clarity starts, and I get ideas. So for me, is that. And again, everyone may have a different ideas, but yeah, meditation is another one which helps you to hang out with the heart. But another, which sounds simple, but probably the most difficult, is just sit down and be quiet and still, and really connect with yourself. And that's probably the one that we don't do, because who just got time, right? Who would just take time of the day just to really be still and just observe your thoughts, and that's where you can actually hang out with your heart. Also, another way is just to get pen of paper and just start writing. Like, don't even think, just relax and just start writing. Like, just lay your hand, just flow, and just let the idea to come out of paper, and then you sometimes be surprised what comes out of it. It may not be the first time, it may not be the second time, but then you will see the pattern, that ideas start to come out, and that's where you know there's something here, and then you start exploring. And obviously then you know if it's something that is true to your heart, because you got this release of energies. You wake up early, you just cannot wait to start the day, because that's where you on purpose.
I feel that the journaling is a very good idea. Some people are not used to journaling. Some people love it. I think it depends, but I feel the journaling, especially early in the morning, is a very good idea. Or even afternoon, when you sit, like I have conservatory and I have a chair there. I could, I'm sitting sometimes there and just writing ideas. Sometimes for a little bit longer, sometimes for a short time. But it's just getting used to what is flowing, and when you connect it to something within, when you have the feeling, when you have the release of energy, some inspiration, some thoughts. As far as in meditation, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, Gosia. We would love to. Hi Marta, thanks for likes. We would love to be present all the time, but I feel at least I am, most of us probably, we are caught up in the world of duality, which means we are caught up in the world of mind, instead of being present with our energy and soul. So it's just a practicing being, yes, being first. So would you say that the success lies with connection with being who you are?
Wait, can you just repeat that?
Yes. How is your internet connection, Gosia?
Yeah,
What I'm saying? Oh, I can hear something at the background. Okay.
Just 1 second.
You okay? Okay. So, Goshu, do you want me to repeat the question?
Yes.
So what I'm saying is to how we would connect to this presence, to our being. Okay, Gosha, can you hear me? Gosha, I think your kitchen is another very good one to do the lives, because it's breaking.
Okay, I can hear it again.
There's like a noise at the background. Can you hear it? Can you hear the noise?
Yeah.
Okay, so Goshu, so do you want me to repeat the question about this connection? How would you connect? How would you practice more of being?
Let me just read something and then we come back to that, because it just relates something to what you said, and I find that interesting. So most of us could meet our obligation if it were not to fear of some kind that tells us differently. We hypnotize ourselves into a belief which incapacitates our power. Fear clouds our vision. It benumbs our faculties. It paralyzes our mental forces, which must be free and active if we are to avert calamity. When man's mind is confused by fear, he is not in condition to accept an opportunity. God does not give us the spirit of fear, but of courage and sound mind. So I like this here where he refers like we hypnotize ourselves. So quite often we, like I said, we know there is something deep down because we suppress it and we're aware of it because we know it's just our spirit would intuition would tell us, but quite often we just hypnotize ourselves to think we're not capable, and that's why we suppress it. So we quite often we suppress the true desires because we just, again, that refers to like self-image, which we talked before. Like you hypnotize yourself to think you are not capable of going after your desire, after your heart.
Okay. What's the noise at the background? I barely can hear you because there's so much noise at the background.
Yeah, it's stopped now. It's okay.
Thank you, Andrew. I do. I hope. Well, hopefully, I do. So yes, as far as hypnotizing, with the how we hypnotize ourselves to lower our capabilities, yes, to lower our how we what we are capable of. But what I feel is that all of us, we have like a certain success definition within us. We know what is the success for us, the meaning of success. So so the first thing would be basically to define what is this success for us, and then start giving more attention and energy into it. Okay. Are you? Is the connection okay, Vishal? Next live is going to be a different place.
Yeah. Try to ask me that question you had earlier.
I was saying to define it, to give the definition, to define for ourselves what's success for us. What does it mean? How does it look like? How does it feel like?
Okay, so for me, it's like waking up in the morning. Like for me, like starting day 5 a.m. it just feels like exciting because I literally like go bed thinking I'm excited to wake up in the morning. So that's one of the signs where you know you align to your purpose. Like when you wake up in the morning and you just get up and you cannot wait to actually start the day. So that's one way to measure that you truly align with with the desire, with your heart and your desire, and to know that you're on purpose. So for me, that's where it changed, because I remember going back to doing what I didn't enjoy, going back to days in my corporate job, I would snooze my alarm. I just didn't feel like waking up and starting the day, because it was just, I knew what was ahead there. So that's the difference for me here, where the way to measure for me is just waking up in the morning and being excited to start the day.
I feel the same. I feel the same. I spent some time in the corporate world as well, and of course, it's a learning curve as well. I enjoy business. I enjoy learning about business, doing business. So it's a part of it. But if you figure out what you really want to do, I really like this question. You know, what do you want? What do you want? Yes, I really like this question. Maybe if we can be more focused on this question, eventually the answer will come. It's the art of asking the right questions. So yeah, what do you really want? What do you really want? And then working on it, writing, having this question all the time on mind, and the answer will come. Because you know, I'm a therapist, so people will come sometimes lost on the, or they are not on the right track, they're not feeling connected, and they ask me the question, what do you think I should feel? Who do you think I am? And this is not something for me to figure out. This is not something for the therapist or the teacher or the mentor or the coach or the guru to figure out. It's up to you to find out. And it has to start somewhere with the right question. Yes, and the right question, what do I really want? What do I really want? And it's a massive question. Actually, it's a massive question to figure out, because once you start asking this question, you will get the answers, you will get the feeling. But also, Gosha, about the success and about being, doing, and having, maybe we can discuss a little bit of this. Maybe we can discuss, you know, how many of us we want to have, but we don't want to be, and we don't want to do, because we want to straight jump to the having of success instead of being success and doing success. Maybe if you could tell me what your thoughts on this are, about being and doing up to having eventually.
So again, like, you know, we quite often think success is when you actually reach your destination, when you reach your goal, but it's not. It's actually every day when you do things that align with your purpose, and you do your best every day that is aligned with your purpose, your heart, you are successful. If you grow in every day, even if it's just like 1% every day, that means you are successful, because you are doing things that are aligned with your purpose. And also in if that means helping other people in the meantime, then you are successful. So that another way where we just can really misinterpret success is just thinking, when we're gonna reach my goal, then I'm gonna be successful. But actually, it's just being successful is just joy from every day, from that growing, from becoming that person. So obviously that gonna means you have to study every day, you have to work on yourself, you have to strive to be better than the day before. You're like in a competition with yourself to the you from the day before. So obviously it's going to mean you have to change. You have to change, because otherwise if you're not going to change, you're not going to change your results. So being on that path and enjoy the growth and enjoy the journey, that is success.
This is what I had to personally learn, because I'm the person I'm a vision person. So I go grand, I go big, I don't care about the details, and I'm bored with the details and bored with the technicalities, and bored, sometimes even bored with the journeys. Like, I would like to have things instantly. And if I don't see the results instantly, it means it doesn't work. But nothing actually works like this. There are certain laws governing this universe, which are saying that things take time, they need alignment and growth. And also would be fun, and would be nice to enjoy the journey, and also enjoy every step on the way. But how to do it? Because if you're constantly focused on this last result, on this massive big success, on your vision board, on your, I don't know, on the number you want to achieve in your business, or on this perfect love connection, it's you're missing something in the meantime, you're missing something on the way, every day. But so I, for me personally, is to ground the attention and being present every day, because every day brings information and brings appropriate, correct information, which are aligning me more to my goal. But it used to be, it wasn't my way of being. I was always focused there. I will be happy when I get there. I will be fulfilled and complete when I get there, achieve this. And this is not the way it should be. So now it's just more about the journey. I've never actually understood this. Oh, enjoy the journey. What does it mean? I want to achieve this goal, so then I'm going to be happy. No, but this is the being who I'm becoming every day, every day. And what is the best? In the present moment, all this information actually is flowing, helping you to get there. If you're overlooking this, you're not collecting the data for this right information to get you there, because you are just like a blind, completely blind. Is this, Gosha, you're very disciplined, so is this is how, tell me about your daily routine, which is aligning you towards your goal? Or was it always like this? Maybe you could give us a few tips, what you do, how you do it.
Okay, yeah, I like that question. So, but yeah, I just want to quickly refer to what you said. Yes, because quite often we allow the circumstances and results to measure our progress, and then obviously you just focus so much on the results that you miss out all the opportunities, all those signs, all the intuition that is giving you. It's like this guidance to the success. So yeah, that's the way where we can miss or even make the whole process longer and not as enjoyable if we just focus on the results. So that, yes, definitely just stay on the course and trust the process and enjoy every step. For me, yeah, discipline, I think it was just something I was born with. When I was
give it to me. Can you give it me at least one bucket of what you got?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just something I was born. I just wanted to go to army. For me, like waking up 5 a.m. doing press ups and all exercises for me was just like exciting things.
It's your middle name, Gosha.
Yes. So I just believe I've got this athlete mindset that it helps me, definitely helps me with things like to be disciplined and yes, I and another side probably is not as good because I measure my day like by my discipline, like how disciplined was I today. So, but for me, the day starts, like I said, 5 a.m. I wake up and I would do like a miracle morning, and sometimes depends the order, but it doesn't matter. So like if I feel starting with meditation, then I would start with meditation. Then I would write my goal, and I write my goal with the left hand because that kind of stimulates in your brain, and it's just about challenging yourself. So do something in a different way that you would normally do. It's just go against the habit, and that's how you just become more aware how you do habitually, like even like the way you put your hair, the way you brush your teeth. So even like switch your hands when you brush the teeth. It's just all to make you aware of those habits that if we don't think about, it just takes control of our life, and then eventually is results. And I would write 10 things I'm grateful for, and those things could be things already happened or the things I'm grateful for the future, because you actually can be grateful for the things that are coming your way. And I would start just journaling, just whatever comes to my mind, just for a few minutes, and then I would read and study. So that's my day, and then followed by exercise. Yes, and I just feel this is just my lifestyle. This is just like I need it. If I would miss, it just doesn't feel right. That's how ingrained is in my body. It's like in every cell of my body. But again, it's just, you don't have to do all of it. Just start with one thing. Just do for 30 days, even if it's just gratitude, like do for 30 days, and then incorporate new habit that eventually it will just become something that is just your lifestyle, that it just sets you for the day. For me, that's the way how I can start the day in a best vibration. But to be disciplined, I think, is just something you have to because you can become disciplined. That's the thing, you can become disciplined. You just may have to ask yourself questions like like, how do I feel if I don't do this, right? Like, you try it, and then you know it makes you happy. Like you say, Joe, like, you know exercises make you feel better, but then you've got this idea of the exercises that sometimes make you feel like, oh, like it's hard or something like that. But when you get going, when you do, you actually enjoy it. So you just have to have like a set of questions to yourself, like how would I feel if I do it? Like, what consequences if I don't do it? So you just be like really honest with yourself, and just have that standard. Like, if you have the standard for yourself, again, it just helps with your self-image. Because if you say I'm gonna do it and you don't do it, then you obviously like chips away your self-image. So it's just all like connected there.
It is, and I think, Gusha, you're a very good person to talk about the discipline and following, you know, the commands you give to yourself. I am, unfortunately, probably like most of people is, so I will go for a short period of time, excited about something, and then I drop it, and then I start again. So of course it happened many times with many things in my life, but with certain things which I made the decision that I'm going to be persistent, I am. But and other things which I even know they are good for me, for example, like exercise, I'm still sometimes struggling, and I like feel like my body doesn't want to move. I find some excuses. So for me, for someone like me, to keep going, to get the momentum to something bigger, is to start small. Start doing one small thing, like for example 45 seconds plank every day, because this is this idea which is overwhelming. Oh, I have to be exercising for 1 hour, it's going to be so difficult. I don't know, it's just to stop body moving. I logically I don't understand that. But if I do something, if I do this little thing, 45 seconds plank, even this thing, it's raising my vibration, it's helping me to be closer to what I want. So if you have big goals, simply start small by simplest thing, one step at the time, but every day, eventually you will feel like doing more. If you, for example, don't like your job, and you don't have to give up on your job today, you just do something towards the new transition to the new position, to the new job, some small one thing, and you would know what the step is. For me, for example, so what could I do, which I know I will do? 45 seconds plank. And I know it will transition into eventually using this kettlebell, which is there for 25 pounds in the corner, covered with dust. Yes? Watch me at some point. So it's just a matter of, I quite agree. Andrew, is it the same for you guys? Do you feel the same? Is it difficult for you to be disciplined towards your goal? How strange it is that we want something, and yet we are not working towards these goals on a daily basis, being distracted. Why is that, Gosha, think? Why do you think we want something but we are still not working towards this, not giving energy to something what we truly want?
I know, and we know that. That's the thing, is we know that because there's that gap between knowing and doing. So we know what we should be doing, and like you yourself, you know you should be doing exercises. Like with people who are on the diets, they know they shouldn't be eating cake. They should exercise it, but you still do what you do, and that's because of those habits, right? They're so ingrained in our subconscious mind that they literally control us. So on the conscious mind, you know it, and you just, it's so obvious, but your body's gonna go by whatever is deep down in your subconscious mind. So if you're deep down in subconscious mind, you've got this idea: exercise is hard, exercise is not enjoyable, like eating healthy is boring. So obviously you're not gonna change your results unless you really change what's in that subconscious mind. So that's the knowing doing gap. We know what we should be doing, like even for success, we know what we should be doing for the business. We know we should be starting this business. We know we should be waking up earlier. We know we should be doing all of these things, but we don't do it because it's just what's in the subconscious mind. And obviously that's that program that has been all our lives. So obviously it's going to control, but you have to be aware of it. You have to be questioning it, like, is this getting me closer to my goal? Yes or no? So if you really truly connect to your desire, and that's what that is here, like when you truly connect your purpose with your heart's desire, then that's where you want to change your results. Because if you don't have that why, that connection,
Yes.
you're never gonna stick to it. So like for you, Joe, if you go idea that if you
I
exercise,
didn't make my decision. It's obvious, Gosha. I know, like most of us, if I made up my mind, I will do it. For real. I just didn't commit enough. You know what I mean? If you, I have, let's not underestimate the power of will. Will is very important in what we do. It's a trajectory. It will take us through our I can't be bothered, I can't be bothered. It will take us. We just have to make the decision. For example, I decided to eat healthily. It's official. I'm making this decision. There's a will in it, but like a true will. It's a right use of conscious mind, the will. It's about, by commitment, by connection, by connecting to it also on emotional level. But it starts with the will. I've decided. I'm deciding to do it. That's it. No more. We all had these moments in our lives, like we were 100% sure. I never look back. I close my door. I know it's the right decision. I know the consequences. I know it's going to be difficult, but I'm going to do it anyway. I don't care. It's happening. So we have to bring our vibration to this level of yes. It doesn't matter. So with the exercise, clearly I didn't bring myself into that level yet. So yeah, it's something for me from this life to bring myself to be more committed about this. Why I want to do this? Why will I do this? I need to think about my why. Why will I commit myself? Oh gosh, this internet is no good because your picture is no good.
Is it stopped again?
No,
And I just want to add to this. I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but the video is stopped. Is frozen.
Oh, is it? Because it shows okay. About this, like about being stuck at hating jobs. So quite often, many of us would stick to job we hate for the lifetime, and getting results we don't want, but we still do it, and not even questioning, not even asking ourselves why do we do it. And again, that's another example of that gap between knowing and doing. We know there is something different we truly want to do, that is just our passion, that we dreamt about it when we were kids, and just postpone it. I'm gonna do this when, I'm gonna start a business when, I'm gonna go on this diet when, or next year or whatever. So that's another good example where we keep doing what we're doing and not getting the results we want, but not asking why. Like, why am I doing what am I doing? So that's another good example. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you, Gosha. I can hear you okay. So is there anything else you would like to say, Gosha? Do you think do we have any more tips or something? Just guys, if you have, let me just have a look at the comments. Is anything else you're thinking of?
Well, I would like to just add the procrastination to it, because quite often when we go for the goal, when we think of something we want to do, is that procrastination that kicks in, and that again, that is so linked to self-image. So I'm just gonna read from the book something, and we just take it from there. The worst enemy you will ever encounter on life's highway is within your own self. Its name is procrastination. Procrastination kills ambitions. It gets one into the habit of indecision, which causes failure. Practice making your decisions clearly and promptly. Take care of the little questions that come to you, and they will automatically take care of any other big questions. One who cannot decide for himself clearly subordinates his judgment. He becomes repetitive to the racial thought around him, and then he becomes one of the masses and can attract only what the masses supply. So again, that procrastination is what kills a lot of dreams, and that could be linked to the self-image. It could be linked to like many other factors that stop us from really knowing what we should be doing and connecting to that true purpose and sticking to our goal, because especially when we go for the goal, especially when we decide what we want, that procrastination will kick in, because it could be in the form of paradigm, that procrastination that it just wants us to stop from changing.
And there's many books, I think, in a personal development world saying how 5 steps to overcome procrastination now, or something like this. But from I don't know, from my understanding, the biggest way to overcome procrastination is, number 1, connect to your why. Number 2, make a decision. But connection to why you're doing what you're doing is, I think, is the biggest thing. Plus will. What do you think about, Gosha? What would be, do you know any other way to overcome procrastination?
It's just make that committed decision. Not maybe, not if, not when. It's just like make the committed decision and have that self-respect, like you made the decision and stick to it for yourself, because quite often it could be you make the decision and you break it and it just becomes your standard, that I'm just like I made the decision, but I don't know if I can commit to it. So there's that different level of decision where you just like you go all in. It's like your life depends on it. So that's where you make the decision and you stick to it every day. Because procrastination, yes, it could link to something that you have to do and commit to something, and then subconsciously is like taking you away, because you will have to change things.
Yes. Yeah.
And obviously we don't want to change. We're not programmed to change. So it's the constant battle inside us. But yes, procrastination is like indecision. You're in, you like out, you're in, you're out, and it's just quite exhausting. So definitely committed decision is the way to overcome procrastination.
I like to sort of meditate on this word. To be a good leader, you need to lead yourself first. I've read this many times, and I like sort of think about it, like give it a little bit more of a thought. What does it mean to lead myself? What does it mean for me? Where am I not sticking to my own promises, to my own commitments? Why am I not sticking to it? Why am I not important enough to follow my instructions? Because I know if I follow, I will. Why do I distract the energy? So I like actually to think about this sentence. To be a good leader, you need to lead yourself first, and leading yourself is an art. Is a true art.
Definitely.
This is what you said. Okay, so guys, if you Andrew, do you have any questions about our life? Maybe we can help you with something. Asela, hi. James, maybe you're going to add something from your side, from your knowledge here. Let me just think if there's anything we can. If not, maybe people will be watching later after work. We'll be watching later, and if you have, guys, any questions, maybe just type it below the live. Gosha, you have anything on your mind, coming into your mind about the success and how we achieve it?
Maybe just one more thing, like what I notice when I connect with people to start a business, that quite often they say they don't have time. And what I like here from this book, it says like the real success for some started in odd moments. So you may have 15 minutes here, 10 minutes here, like 15 minutes here. So quite often we just take lack of time as a reason to stop us from going for the success, like going for what we truly want. So being stuck in a job, you just get your idea just to think you don't have time. You've got this like ingrained in your brain that I don't have time, and then you don't even realize you can start making changes in the odd moments here and then, and that is already success. So if you organize your day and you fill in those gaps with things that are progressing you, you are still successful because you've done the best you could do on that day.
And I think planning as well is part of it as well, because we know what actions will move us forward towards our goals. So we have to basically think as well, to think, to plan and implement. But working on the vibration, as you said, Gosha, to the miracle morning, as we call it, is very important as well, because your vibration is creating. James, okay. Gosha, would you like to read James, what he says? Can you see it?
I think if your reason why is crystal clear to yourself, it also defeats others who will try and know you off track. And then you take off in ways you could never imagine. Yes, like definitely, because quite often if you have that crystal clear vision and you stick to it and you just do that best thing every day, you'll be surprised where you can actually, how many changes you can bring to your life, just making those little corrections. But yeah, you have to know where you're going. You have to have that clear vision, because if you don't know where you're going, that's another, like, if the way of be successful is like, yeah, if you know where you're going, that's already being successful.
Yes, I mean, I feel that working on the vision of your success, on the feeling of your success, is the crucial part of the journey, because if you don't know where you're going, how you're going to get there? So it takes time. You don't have to figure out your vision of your success, what is true success to you, within 1 hour or 1 minute. It might, to be really connected to it, it might take some time. You remember, Gosha, how it was an exercise to figure out the life vision and the life purpose. It was very intense to me to do these exercises, to write this life purpose and life vision. It's like, it's really engaging your emotional and your intellectual energy to be really connected to it, because it's, as you're doing this, you're connecting to something within. So this first step of the success is to figure out what is success for you, and define and work on this crystal clear vision of it, and then be connected to this emotionally. So then you will make a committed decision, and you will get yourself on the track, which will be like very will be a journey, but you, at least you will have this northern star, yes, in front of you. You know what you want. Oh yeah, I'm going somewhere, I know exactly where I'm going. So where you are going? I don't know if any more of things. James, thank you for sharing your insight on this.
Yeah, so you have to know where you're starting, and you have to know where you're going. And that's already that's already like half of success. To acknowledge and being honest with yourself where you are currently, honor it, and then decide what you want, have that vision, that image where you're going, and do every day the best you can, and that means you are successful.
So yeah, I'm just, yeah, anything else, Gosha? We should just slowly finish.
There's I think we covered quite a lot. I would, my advice would be definitely really honor yourself, and really honor your intuition, connect to it, because we can be so lost in every day, and especially now where it's just, everything is just so uncertain, and we can just so be connected with the circumstances, the news, the updates, what's happening, rather than actually connect to ourselves. So probably now more than ever is the time to connect to yourself, to your desire, and really really, like I said, hang out with that, like hang out with your heart
I
and
like this
see how
expression,
it
Gosha, hang
feels.
out with your heart. I did. I'm going to make a
Yeah,
poster of it.
yeah, see how it feels, like bring the idea, that image to your mind, and just really like fantasize, just like acknowledge how it makes you feel, and don't feel guilty about it, because quite often we can just be so guilty because we fantasize, and it's just, and we've been programmed not to do that, like after, like, you know, when you grow up, like when you're kids, yes, but like when you grow up, you can be criticized, but actually fantasizing. But that's where the success starts, like with the fantasy. That's how everything started, like someone had a fantasy about something, and felt good, and that's why they stuck to it, with because it was just aligned with the purpose. So knowing that you will be successful, it just takes time, and it takes growth, takes commitment, and takes decision.
Andrew likes as well, hang out with your heart, Andrew. I know. Yes, it's good. And as you said, Gosha, fantasy eventually will turn into theory, yes? And then suddenly, yeah, maybe, actually, possibly, I could do that. Even initially, it was like completely off idea.
Yes, yeah. But then you connect emotionally, it feels good, and then you start entertaining more often. Then you get into your conscious mind, like start creating that clear vision, that image, and you've got already on that first level of the creating process. Then get emotionally involved, is, you know, spiritually connected, and then it's just a matter of time till it goes to form. And we know by the law of gender that everything takes time to grow.
And I think the crucial part of our creation is the feeling as we know it, yes, because I've experienced many times in my life that I had a very crystal clear vision of something, and I've manifested this, because manifestation is simple, mind always creates, but unfortunately the vibration of it is what it wasn't what I wanted, because the feeling which I was putting into it was not no good. So it was the shape and form what I wanted exactly, but the vibrationally, emotionally, by feeling wise, because I didn't pay much attention into the feeling it wasn't it. So it will show the way you want, but do you really resonate with this emotionally as well? So this extra tip for this is to feel how you want to feel it.
Yeah, and feeling is the truth. Forget about the mind, because mind can be lying, because it's that program. But feeling is the truth. Feeling is the purpose. Your like good God feeling, like, yes, like speaking to
Of
you.
course, not
So
feelings are, some feelings are generated by mind, so they're not like a high quality feelings, because they're generated from mind, from, for example, fearful thoughts, yes. So thinking causes feeling is not a good, but this deep inner feeling, like connection to the source, is something different. Kosha, maybe you tell us a little bit at the end about the sensitivity, how it actually, you said it was your curse, but actually this gut feeling, this sensitivity actually took you to another level of your life, because it was very powerful for you, and maybe powerful for some people who are actually watching us, being very sensitive and not trusting this inner deep down feeling.
yes, I love that question, love. So
You love my
yes,
question,
I
Rebecca.
always been like very sensitive, but always seen sensitivity as curse. I felt like I was cursed. I hated. I literally hated, because I could feel people. I could feel words. Like if you say something, and I could pick up the vibration, and if that vibration didn't agree with me, it just created that like reaction, like emotional reaction. So for me, it was just for all my life up to like just about a year ago, I literally hated. I was just like not, I never seen as something good. It was just always something that stopped me from doing things, that because I just felt it, and then it was stopping me from certain things. so about a year ago, when I started to really learning about the laws, like really connected with myself, and I suddenly just changed totally the perception of the sensitivity, because I started to learn that actually spirit is sensitive. So for me, being sensitive, I've got deeper even connection with the source, with the spirit. And I decided I'm gonna trust my intuition. Because it was just the point where I was suppressing so badly that it was just causing this depression. So if anyone can relate, like, you know, when you've got that gut feeling and you suppress it, and again, you know you should be following this, but um you just don't acknowledge. So you kind of, you know, it's there. And it just caused this battle inside you, because you've got this gut feeling here, but on another side, because you're sensitive, you're scared to go to the world and 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 proceed wherever like you wanted to do. Because I just wanted always just protect myself, like, from being hurt. So I knew always I wanted to do bigger things, I wanted to help people, I wanted to inspire people, but because I was sensitive, I just like isolated myself from the world, thinking that's the way to protect me from being hurt, from feeling everything. Um so if anyone is here that relates, like, sensitivity is actually the biggest gift you could ever have, because you will have this beautiful connection with people. You can just, if you really acknowledge, if you really honor it, you would see it as the superpower of connecting with people on totally different level, when you really know, like, what that person wants. When you just listen, it's just like all just helps you to feel that person. And I quite often find that people, like, they meet me and they trust me, like, by just instantly, like, open up to me, because I believe it's just through that sensitivity. So when I started to trust my intuition and acknowledge that sensitivity was a way for me to help me with the success, that's where everything just started to change.
So we just have to embrace ourselves and who we are and our natural
Yeah.
gifts and talents. And we are not cursed, yes, even if we are not fully understanding what we have. Yes, so yeah, connection is very, very important to who we are.
Mm.
Okay, guys, I think, yeah, Gosha will be slowly wrapping up this
Okay,
live.
yes.
Yes. And guys, if you have any more questions for someone who is going to watch it as a replay, please feel free to put some questions below this live, or write to me or to Gosha on Messenger. We are happy to help. We will be studying. We are with this on a daily basis, with studying the laws of the universe and applying them in a practical way towards business, towards relationships, towards personal growth, spiritual growth. And we love this material. We love this so much, don't we, Gosha? Yes.
Oh, yes. We love it, but we also see the changes, and that's another thing, because you could be just reading and studying, but this is all about different. This is about repetition, like, and understanding and application, and that's where the changes start. When you could be just studying one page, like one law, but then try to apply it in a day to day, and that's where you start seeing the changes, because just reading it and listening will never do. So you have to learn how to make those changes and incorporate those laws into the life. So if that can help anyone, then yes, please reach out, because we can do more of those lives where we study, right? So it's just totally different way where we've been programmed back in school, where you just read it, you memorize it and pass exams and you forget it. This is totally different way where you actually have to implement it in your everyday life. And it could be just one thing, like we said, like, and that's where the changes start.
Exactly, for sure. And yeah, so there will be so many aha moments. Gosha, how many times we called each other saying, I had an aha moment, aha moments. How many aha moments we had during these times, yes? So it's all about raising the awareness. And once you're more aware, you're just more aware. Simple as that. And the reality changes somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're wishing you a super nice afternoon and evening, Friday evening. Guys, you will see us more often on Facebook or Instagram. Our intention today was doing this via Instagram, Gosha, but we have to figure out, yes, maybe Gosha, you'll figure out how to do it via Insta and Facebook at the same time, because I have no clue, because I have like 5 posts on Insta, maybe 6. It's not my social media channel, but we will figure out. And yeah, we want to leave you with this. If we've inspired you a little bit, if we made you think a little bit, we will be happy about this. And yeah, stay in touch, and yeah, let's keep growing together. So take care.
Yes, amazing. Thank you, everyone, and hopefully something what we mentioned today resonated. And I definitely just want to end with this favorite saying again: just go and hang out with your heart. take some time of your day and just hang out with your heart, and the best thing you're gonna do for yourself. Trust me.
Thank you, everybody. Take care.
Thank you.